Hi, and welcome to Reel Doofs. I'm Drew.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Laura.
And this is our 2024 first recording. I didn't know where I was going with that, so I was putting a bunch of pauses in there. But yeah, hey,
I might
everybody.
just jumble it all
Dramatic
around in
effect.
post.
Right? Yeah, just make it go really fast. Be like, yeah, our 21st recording. Yeah, hey everybody. If you're new to the podcast, this is our pop culture movie podcast where we watch movies that we should have seen by now. At least one of us hasn't seen it. Which is the case this year. We're excited because we're going to jump a little bit back into our giant list of movies that we haven't seen, while also trying to keep it fresh to some things that are going to be coming out. So we're going to try to drop episodes of things that are going to be kind of like for like or have some sort of meaning behind it. So for example, our first episode this year, in the month of January, retooled, rebooted version, I guess, a musical version of the movie we're going to watch right now is coming out. So that's why we're checking it out. So it's going to be a really cool year. We're going to have a lot of different things happening. Laura said she's going to watch the entire MCU. It's going to be wild. So
I don't remember agreeing to that.
I can't believe we fit all of them into one episode.
I know, right? Yeah, every few minutes. No, but honestly,
like neck break speed.
Yes.
I was trapped in Brian's basement for a week. They forced me to watch them all.
He was still wearing an elf costume for some reason.
Yeah. I love it. But no, we have some fun stuff going on this year. And I'm just excited too, because again, we haven't recorded in a little while. So it's good to be back with you both and knowing some of the exciting things we have coming up this year. I'm rip roaring ready to go. How are you both doing? How'd you do over the holidays? Have fun? Good times?
Busy as always. It goes by too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
But I have
went
a
on
question.
a hike? Oh, you got
you went on a hike? No,
You went on a
talk
hike.
about your hike first. Yeah, it's
I
cold
was
out.
just
Where'd you go on a
exhausting.
hike?
It was cold. We did my backyard. We went up the mountain in my backyard, but it was like a 2-hour hike on New Year's Day. I felt like a real adult.
Oh, nice. That's good.
I was so
That is
tired.
nice.
I'm glad you backed that up really quick where you're like, Laura's like, where'd you go on a hike? You're like, my backyard.
Yeah,
Up
I
a
just
hill.
went to my backyard. It's a
2
real
hours.
mountain.
Yeah, 2 hours
It's
up the
a
hill.
Conservation land. But yeah, it gets like a little steep. It's called I'm not gonna say what it's called because I just said it's in my backyard.
I was like, whoa, Brian's about to let some information go here.
Anyways, here's
I
my
know.
home address.
Yeah, Brian's generally like Ron Swanson. He's usually like, I live in the woods. What's the number? I don't have a number. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. All we know is Brian lives near a mountain.
Yep. That's another clue for y'all in this.
Mhm.
This
He has a
whole
lot of
podcast.
gold buried by a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
There's wild animals out there.
That's
about
true.
all we know.
And don't
There's a
forget,
church. There's a
random
church.
people. Well, we don't know what's really going on, but random people chanting in the middle of the woods at nighttime.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you got on that hike.
It was good.
What I was
Refreshing.
going to ask you both is, and I think I already know the answer, but have either of you ever gone to Times Square for New Year's Eve, and or would you ever have the desire to go do that?
I think the
'Cause
answer to both those questions is no.
Because my thing is that was talking to some friends about, there is nowhere to go to the bathroom. And they were actually interviewing people this year saying that
Where'd you take a shit?
no, people were wearing diapers. They were full on
Oh,
wearing
shut
diapers.
Oh my
fuck?
goodness.
Once
No.
you get there like 5 a.m. and then
That
you have to
sucks.
just wait for them to open the gate, and then you rush like a herd of animals, and then you just stand there for the entire time.
But
And
like,
there's no bathrooms.
but what if you have to take a shit?
You go
You
in
got a
your
diaper
pants.
on.
Yeah, but then you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just think about New York City in general. If you ever,
I guess
it's
no one can tell,
impossible-
right? Yeah.
It's impossible to find a bathroom just any other day.
I thought you were going to say no one could tell because it smells like shit. Yeah.
No. But there's like, you can't go find a bathroom anywhere, and they don't have bathrooms in Times Square.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. No, I wouldn't fucking do that. No.
I had a feeling it would be a no matter what, because none of us really enjoy that
Like-
big of crowds like that.
Yeah, like it's a huge crowd, but it's also like so claustrophobic at the same time.
Yeah.
No, like I wouldn't mind if I saw it from a hotel or was at a building
Mm.
or
Hmm.
something like that might be interesting. But I have no interest in being out in the cold for far too long.
Yeah.
I barely celebrate New Year's Eve. Like we happened to be up because we watched a movie and we're like, oh, cool, Happy New Year's.
Yeah, literally
But,
same
like-
thing.
Yeah. I don't really celebrate it that much
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we all know each other kind of well enough to be like, we were like, no.
I was like, I'm gonna ask
God,
this question, but I already know the answer.
Mhm.
But maybe one of you would have shocked me. Of like, yes, I've been, and I wore a diaper, and it was
Okay.
great.
You know what? Now, because of that, I have a would you rather.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Do
so
you
I'm
have
very
Oh
one,
curious.
no! Oh no! Okay.
Okay. Now this is going to be it's not wild, it's not crazy. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Would you rather attend the ball drop at Times Square New Year's Eve? You're there the whole day, the 5 a.m. you get there, you're there, you're in your
You're
diaper.
wearing a diaper. Okay.
Would you rather attend New Year's Eve at Times Square, or would you rather go on a tourist attraction of shark cage dive?
That's not where I thought that was going
No,
to
I
go.
know. I'm
but-
going two things that I like that like and I'm talking like you're gonna see a great white shark up close.
I would do the shark thing over Times Square in a diaper.
I think I'd do Times Square in a diaper.
Really?
I
I'm so-
really don't like the water.
Yeah.
So like cage dive all on its own even is like a toss up, but thinking about like getting on a boat that one of those cages is on and then
Yeah.
getting out to the ocean and then dropping you down in it. No, thank you.
Laura, didn't you see
No, thank
47
you.
meters down?
Well, they don't go that far down. You're more like on the surface. And-
Right. But didn't you see 47 meters down where the cage breaks and they go down all the way to the
Well,
floor?
That's
Yeah.
a
It is
risk
a
I would
movie.
have to take.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going
I think
sharks.
my
Sharks
anxiety
over
levels
diapers.
would be similar in Times Square and
Mm.
in a shark tank.
Yeah.
Listen,
I-
I'm
I've
gonna
always-
shit myself either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might as well be wearing.
I
a
might as well
diaper.
see a shark.
Yeah, right. I would love I have the idea that I would like to do the cage. However, I know like even if I paid for it the moment it came, I'd be like, nope, I'm gonna stay on the boat.
Yeah,
I'll be up here. I don't mind seeing the fin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. But yeah, okay, cool. So I would probably go to Times Square. I would hate every second of it, but I would
Mhm.
go to Times Square and just shit myself and piss and all that stuff. Yeah.
Did you have another would you rather, Brian, that you thought of?
No, I didn't actually think of one. I was curious if there's anything that you would wait in line for so long that you would need to wear a diaper.
Oh.
If it was like back in the day when that's how you would get concert tickets, that would probably be it for
Ooh.
me. Probably concert tickets. I mean, there have been many of times at a concert when the line for the bathroom is so long that
Mhm.
it's been a scary situation. But
Mm.
I remember one time I was waiting for concert tickets. It wasn't even concert tickets, but we were in line to go into, I don't fucking know, not Sears, Macy's. I think Macy's had like a Ticketmaster in the back.
mhm.
You could go to a Macy's. Sorry, everyone. Macy's was a department store. A department store was a big store that was inside of a mall.
Mm.
And you could buy a ton of shit.
Like an in-person Amazon.
Yeah, basically, right,
Yeah.
at overpriced things. But this particular Macy's had a Ticketmaster. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the online site, but they had physical places you could go and get your hard tickets. So anyway, my friend, actually a friend of the podcast, Jeff Zacher, and I were in line. We got to the Macy's, and there was a line of people, like a line, huge line of people to get into Macy's. And we were standing there. We were going to get like WWE tickets. They were coming to Hartford or some shit like that. We were super stoked, but like these were all like older adults. They were older adults and they were just like in line. And there was this one dude who literally, he was the embodiment of Biff from Back to the Future. And he was on his phone. He was like, yeah, we got that. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get those tickets and stuff. And we're like, wow, what's going on? Like, why are everyone waiting? And the guy got off his phone and like, we asked a woman who was right near Biff. We were like, hey, what are you getting tickets for? And the dude just looked at us and he just said, Disney show. Like he yelled Disney show at us. And we were like, and like literally, I'm pretty sure Jeff was like, okay, Biff, calm down. But then they opened the doors to the mall on the other side first, I guess. And so the guy went running. And when we got to the actual area, this guy just was bolted in front of us, like sweating. And he was like, just had a triple bypass 3 weeks ago. And we were like, oh, you shouldn't be running through a store.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's definitely not right. So, but yeah, that's probably my most favorite ticketing experience was actually meeting Biff in person. Not like the actor, but like meeting the living embodiment of Biff.
Yeah, everything that Biff represents
was this human being. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, it was amazing though. Like he biffed it. He biffed it good.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything that I would like. I'm a pretty patient person. Like, I don't think there's anything that I would need to like get in the moment that I would have to wear a diaper for. I think I'm just good with like, I give up pretty easily. So if there's a line, I'm like, yeah, I don't need that today. I'll wait.
Not into that. No thanks.
Yep. I've driven out for errands and I've looked at the parking lot for the store that I was going to and gone, nah, not today.
Not today.
Not for me. Not for this guy.
Ew. Yeah. I would hate actually like watching like the line or a parking lot full of cars and like knowing I'm just like gross. No, I don't want to do that either. Yeah. But you know what I do want to do? I want to watch a cool movie today. And this episode, Laura is leading us through our adventure of, I don't know what you want to call it. Is it just surviving high school life? Maybe?
It's called a teen comedy is the genre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're watching, what'd you say?
Little clue for me.
Yeah. 2004 teen comedy Mean Girls, which Brian has not seen.
I've not seen Mean Girls ever.
Have you seen this one a lot, Drew? Because I've seen it
several times.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say like maybe several, like 3-4 times max. Like I don't know it front to back. I saw this in theaters when it came out, when I started working at the movie theater I was an usher, and I remember seeing this movie and being like, wow, this is a lot better than I expected. Seen it a couple times after over the last 20 years.
Yeah, when I saw 2004, that kind of hit me a little hard. I was like, oh,
gross.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was that long ago. So
I don't like it. Yeah.
20 years this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew kind of mentioned before that we decided to watch it because the Mean Girls the musical will be coming out. When does that come out? That's the one thing I didn't look.
12th of January.
12th of January. Okay. Yep. And we're all gonna go see it, hopefully. Yeah. I'm ready to go see it. Do you guys like musicals? I don't know if we've ever.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever talked about that.
Yeah, there's musicals I don't like, but I like the genre in general.
Okay.
Like Cats, no, but like,
well,
I've actually never seen Cats. I really think we should do an episode on Cats.
I think we should too, because I started watching it and turned it off after 10 minutes. So I haven't seen the whole thing. I just watched the first 10 minutes and was like, what the fuck? And like shut the thing off. Like I was going to watch it as a lark, as like just to make fun of it. And I couldn't by myself.
Yeah.
So,
oh boy, maybe we'll have to do that.
I would definitely say yes. Please.
So Mean Girls was directed by Mark Waters, who there's only a few movies that he's done that I knew of. Freaky Friday, which also
okay.
one of the actresses was in.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Ooh, yeah.
With
Get a little
what's his face?
McConaughey.
Yeah, McConaughey.
Matthew
And then Mr.
McConaughey.
Popper's Penguins, which is that
Oh,
Jim Carrey.
Jim
one.
Carrey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
I've never
Okay.
seen that.
Neither have I.
haven't either, and I don't know that I really care to. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was written by Tina Fey. We all know Tina Fey.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really need to
okay.
give her much of an introduction.
I didn't know she. I knew she's involved in the new musical. I didn't know that she wrote the original.
So she wrote it, and it's based off of a book written by Rosalind Wiseman called Queen Bees and Wannabes. So she wrote the book, or wrote the movie based off of that, plus also kind of her own like high school experience. And then it was
The modern day Catcher in the Rye.
Oh no.
And then it was produced by Lorne Michaels, who we all know is the creator of SNL. So yeah, lots of big names already being thrown out there. I wanted to ask you, Brian, if you knew any of the cast in the movie.
Yeah, I know some. I know that Lindsay Lohan is in it. So I got the Freaky Friday reference.
I was thinking you knew that. So,
and the only other person I could see Tina Fey popping up in it, given that she's written it. But I think that Rachel McAdams is in it. And that's all I know.
Okay. So I'm not going to tell you anybody else because I think you'll notice, or you'll know a lot of people as you see them. There's a lot of people in this movie. Is there anything else before I start asking my questions that you already know about the movie, or if you want to do like where do you think it takes place?
I know that I don't really know what it's about, but I'll take some stabs at
I am just so shocked by this. Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of like phrases that come from this that I'm probably not going to be able to even guess all of them, but I know that I'll know them when they come up. I know there's one about there's like a specific day of the year that is like Mean Girls Day, and I don't remember what day that is off the top of my head.
You don't even know what month
I know
it's in?
that on I want to say it's October. I feel like it's a fall thing. I'm gonna say October 13th. I don't know.
Okay.
There's on Wednesdays you're supposed to wear pink.
Yeah.
Wednesdays we wear pink, I think, is another thing that comes from this movie. I think someone is trying to make the word fetch happen as a phrase. And
Knowing
I think
these
the
out of
quote,
any context must be so weird.
I think someone is like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. That's the like context of it. Someone keeps trying to make that like, oh, that outfit's so fetch. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just someone trying to like make a catchphrase work.
I love it.
Man, I might think of more as we go, but I know that there's a ton from this. And this isn't even a movie. This is probably the most modern, like, classic, like, from our list that we've watched. Like, I can't think of another, like, we've watched more recent movies, but not more recent movies that I would probably put on this scale of, like, I know I'm, like, putting the cart before the horse. I've not seen this movie yet, but, like, it feels like it has a massive cultural impact that, this feels like a fairly recent movie. So this movie wasn't even on like TV growing up for me. This wasn't one that was like I would have caught on like TBS or something.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, there's that. I think that the plot, I don't know. That's all I know. If you want to get to guesses first, I can get to guesses, but that's all I know about the movie.
Like present day of 2004.
Yeah, I think this takes place in 2004.
Okay. I have a few questions. So I'll give you that there's 4 kind of main female characters. Well, I guess there could be more, but so I have some questions about some of them. What Gretchen's hair is so big because it's full of what? Do you remember this,
Bees.
Drew? Did you say
No.
bees?
No.
Like bumblebees?
Yeah, bumblebees. She's got a beehive.
It's a beehive up there.
Okay.
No, I don't remember why her hair is so big either.
Okay. You can take a guess then.
Yeah, because her hair is filled with foam, styrofoam.
Foam.
Yeah, foam. Is it
Okay.
product? I'm like, is it mousse product? No, I'm foam. I'm gonna stick with foam.
And then what did Gretchen Wiener's father invent? He invented a product.
Oh shit!
The last name like Wiener.
It is. I will give you. It is a food product.
Hot dog toaster. Toast your hot dogs.
Hot dog toaster.
You can put the dogs in, you put the buns in, toast them both at once.
Okay. Toaster
He
hot dogs.
invented the devil dog,
The devil dog.
not Twinkie. I think that's way older.
It's so weird that the combination of both of yours
Are
is
hot
actually
dog
what
related?
it is. No,
Oh.
it's but
I hate the combination of both of ours.
you'll see
Dessert
when,
hot dogs?
No, you'll see when we say it, but
Okay.
that was just very random that it kind of worked out.
It's a dessert oven.
It's not probably what you're thinking.
Easy bake oven. Sorry, go ahead. All right.
This one's kind of a little bit more of a serious question. Why does Katie like math?
Why does Katie like math?
Mm-hmm.
Why does anyone like math?
I like math.
I know you do. I think Katie likes math because there's a very detail-oriented person who likes things that have a solid answer. She doesn't like things that have ambiguous answers. She likes having like a clear cut, this is the answer to this equation. She can figure out a math problem, but figuring out people or
I like it.
like other things is much more difficult for Katie.
I like it. And
Yeah.
what's the name of the math team of the high school?
It's a fucking
Shit.
math team on this high school.
Oh.
Do you remember, Drew?
No, wait. Is it the math team or is it? The debate.
The math.
It's the
team.
math. Brian, you
Brian,
guess
guess,
first.
yeah.
The calculators,
I like that.
I was gonna say the mathletes.
the mathletes,
Calculators.
Yeah, mathletes.
or
Okay.
Pi Squad.
Ooh. Why did I write Pie Squid? Pie Squad.
Either way, I like it.
I like the calculators. Okay, couple more.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name that's given to the group of girls? That kind
Mean
of
Girls.
the mean
The
girls.
Mean Girls.
I'll tell you, it's not the Mean Girls.
Okay.
If you want to take a different guess.
I remember this, so I'm not gonna guess.
Okay.
This is the name a name not given by them but by the other students.
Yeah, it's kind of like what their clique is called, I would say.
Are they just the bitches?
I mean, it might as well be.
That feels like on brand for Tina Fey.
All right. The only other question that I have, which I don't know, I didn't know how to answer or like ask this question, but yeah, okay, I'm just gonna wait till the end. Okay, forget about that. Scratch that.
I want to ask a question,
go for it.
Laura, but like, I don't know if it's a what is the something book? Is that okay to ask what that book is?
Oh, that was
right?
gonna
Or is
be
that
in
too
my-
much of a? Is that too much of a
No,
giveaway?
that's a good.
Okay, cool. Brian, there's an item in this movie called the Burn Book. What do you think the Burn Book is? What does it contain?
Okay, I did remember that there was a book called The Burn Book.
Okay.
And I don't remember if I remember that from like references or I saw it in the trailer for the musical. I think the Burn Book is like, I think it's like a scrapbook of people. Like, I don't know whose book it is. If it is, because I think that there's like a main mean girl, and I'm like 80% sure that that person is that Regina George, Rachel McAdams' character. I know that name, and I think that Lindsay Lohan is like the main character, who I don't think is a mean girl, but I think like becomes part of that clique at some point, and like the plot of the movie revolves around her like becoming a part of that group, and then like leaving that group because it's doing like toxic things or whatever, and doesn't like who she's become because of it. But I also think the movie, well, I think the reason why it's probably a classic is that it probably has a more like feminist point to make than just that of like, I don't know, standards held up against that group. I think this Burn Book is either the main Mean Girls book of like blackmail against the other girls or something, or it's a book that Lindsay Lohan's character creates in order to like free herself from the Mean Girl group or something, like stuff on them to like take them down.
Gotcha.
Okay. Gotcha. I like it. I have one other question now that I'm thinking of. If you finish this, you were right that there are a lot of phrases that come from this movie that are still wildly popular and people say all the time, which thinking back on it when I was researching this and realizing it was 20 years ago, like I am shocked that in everyday language these quotes and like memes are still used. So I have two things to see if you can try and finish. One is, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a blank mom.
Cool mom, hot mom.
You gotta pick one.
I'm gonna go with hot mom.
Should have picked the other one. I was like, oh damn, you got it. And then this one, I saw Katie Heron wearing blank and blank, so I bought blank and blank. Like two clothing items. Think about early 2000s clothing items that girls would wear. Great question for Brian.
Yeah, super applicable to me, homeschooled boy. Socks and sandals.
Ooh. I'm gonna say fishnets and a baseball cap.
Okay.
All right. What a cool style.
All right.
I
got
have
one more
for Brian too. Brian, and this is, it's not a, it's gonna be just so randomly asked. Why do you eat Caltine bars? Coach gives them to us to what?
Coach gives us Caltine?
Yeah. Coach gives them to us to what?
To fatten us up.
Okay. Fatten us up.
You gotta gain weight to lose it, you know?
Perfect. Do you have any final thought? The one that I wanted to try and ask somehow, but it wouldn't make any sense to ask the question, but I'll tell you, Drew, is like, he's like, you go, Glen Coco. But I have no way there's nothing other than that. Have you ever heard of that quote?
Yeah.
Brian? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was it for my questions. Any other final thoughts, or we want to get this Mean Girls happening?
There's gonna be Mean Girls all drive in a convertible at one point. I think they're all in a convertible. I think that they like pull up and they're like, "Get in, we're going to do something."
Where are they going? That's a good one.
We're going partying. No, I don't know what it is.
You're so close on all of these.
I think
Like you've clearly seen a lot of stuff about Mean Girls. Yeah.
I think some of the like shots that we're gonna get are the classic like cafeteria shots of like them walking into the cafeteria with their food, or like someone getting out of a car and it like starts at their shoes and like scans up as they're getting out. I think we're gonna see a lot of those like focused on the Mean Girl group.
I'll ask you a question about the cafeteria. So there yes, there are cafeteria scenes, and there's different groups of people that sit at different tables. Can you guess of any like groups that would be in a high school?
Yeah.
That would
there's gonna be the jocks, the geeks. There's gonna be there's gonna be specific groups of geeks. There'll be like Dungeons and Dragons a group of Dungeons and Dragons kids, and then also like the mathletes, and then the drama kids. Like I think they're gonna get pretty specific into the groups of kids.
Some of them you might be like, ooh, we shouldn't say that anymore.
Oh boy.
That's good. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
That it?
I think so.
That's all I got.
That was a lot. We knew a lot. All right. I have nothing clever to say. Let's go see what's in Gretchen's hair.
Yes. It's going to be so fetch.
Eating on a toilet.
Eating in a bathroom? Are you fucking kidding me?
Especially a high school bathroom. One of my friends from high school auditioned to be Damien's part. And he made it to like being like one of the last 5 people or something that were up for the role.
Oh, there you go. She likes math because
yeah.
it's the same in every country.
Oh.
She's totally rich because her dad invented toaster strudel.
So close.
The fact that Ryan's a toast or hot dog, I was like, what? Oh, and her hair is so big because it's full of secrets.
She's supposed to be like 35 years old.
That sucks.
I know. She's probably supposed to be younger than we are. Yeah.
Hello? I know your secret. Oh God, busted. Just started. He asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd. 2 weeks later, we spoke.
You were so close, Brian.
I knew there was a 3 in there somewhere.
Did you see the subtitle for the music playing?
What did
No.
it say?
It said R&B flavored electric music or electronic music. Why doesn't it say flavored?
The boss of everybody, huh? Because that's not what Rome is about. We should totally stab Caesar. Gretchen Wieners had cracked. If you even knew how mean she really is.
You notice how much girls talk about the Roman Empire?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's so annoying.
I know, just get rid of her.
This is stressing me out.
This was... I did this a lot in high school.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, 3-way calls or like the other person wouldn't know that there was someone else on the line was a big thing.
Wow.
Like one of your friends would call a boy and then you'd be on the other line and they'd ask if they liked you so you could listen in to see what they say. Traumatizing now that I think about it.
All right.
Oh.
No. Let's just hold on. I'm just going to count to 5 and Laura, you just start. I'm not going to say anything. Just you start. Okay.
So that was Mean Girls. What did we think? We'll start with Brian.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I was trying to think if I had any wacky guesses to pretend that was the movie, but I don't think I had any wacky guesses. This was pretty close to like what I thought it was going to be, but it was it was really good, and it was really funny, and I didn't know that it was Tina Fey to begin with, so once I knew it was Tina Fey, I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk that much during it, which is surprising for us.
Yeah.
I think normally we like make fun of things, but this movie kind of makes fun of itself already. So it's just funny. So we didn't have much to talk about during it.
Yeah, it was generally one of those like focus on the movie sort of movies that we do. So
Yeah,
it was good also watching it again. Like I remember a lot of it, you know, like all of the main beats came into play, but it was also nice to just see stuff like fresh for a second
Yeah.
also.
Do you have any favorite parts?
Oh man. I mean, I can really relate to this person who's like going to high school after being homeschooled for their entire life of like, so any of the moments where it was like, I don't know what's happening here was, those were the nostalgic parts for me, rather than the actual high school stuff. But I also, I don't know. I really think I enjoyed Tina Fey's moment in the gymnasium of like doing a workshop with everybody. It was just so like, I don't know. That was a satisfying moment for like all of the build up that it took to get there. And you knew that we weren't going to get like the emotional payoff yet. It was like too early in the movie for that to be like any sort of climax like we get at the spring fling. But that was still a particularly good moment, and it like makes the point that the movie was trying to make the whole time then and there, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think thinking back, like I think one of my favorite moments, I mean, her coming to school that first day and being naive to the socialization of teenagers was cool. And even like being, you know, Brian, I'm looking at the opposite perspective of being like, you know, I know the distrust that like, you know, that you get from teachers and from people like not being sure of one another and like that, like I know it on the opposite side, like looking at it instead of like being it. But I think one of my favorite parts is when the burn book gets out there and everyone's freaking out.
Oh yeah.
And Tim Meadows, the principal, comes out. He's got a bat.
That's my favorite.
Right?
Yeah.
And like
he just pulls out his bat. He's like, all right.
Yeah, but it's when he sees the gym coach. He's like, put it down. Like, yeah. That was that was a good scene when all hell breaks loose, when all chaos happens and everyone gets into their animal instincts. Good stuff, honestly.
For sure.
That's my favorite part too. I like anything with Tim Meadows. Because he's not in it a lot, but it's just any of his lines are super quick and just so random too. Or even when they're in the gymnasium and he asks the question, then he's like, I can't do this, and just turns. It's like someone else do this. Great. Yeah, he was a good choice. Like when they're kind of doing the interview style of the girls of why they like Regina George. She punched me in the face. It was awesome.
Yes.
Those are all great.
Very, very cool.
Cool. So yeah, I'm guessing as you watched it, Brian, you probably recognized more people in it, like Tim Meadows, and then you were like, oh, Amy Poehler. She was in it. Yeah. Amanda, how do you pronounce Seyfried? I could never remember how to pronounce her last name. So this was actually her film acting debut. So her first movie that she was in.
She looked young as hell here.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if she's related to like Sydney Sweeney, because she looks a lot like her.
They do look alike, yeah.
They're like, they have the same like eyes or whatever.
And Rachel, speaking of age, Rachel McAdams was 8 years older than Lindsay Lohan in this movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's.
I feel like high school movies are like such a fucking like. The age gaps are ridiculous.
Yeah, like what's her Lacey, the one that
Lacey
plays
Chabert.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Gretchen. She does not look like she's in high school.
No, no.
I
She
think
barely.
she was I think she was a lot older in this movie actually. She
I
could have
think
been
you're
like
right.
30. Yeah.
Yeah, she was closer to the like late 20s, early 30s, I think, when the movie came out, because she was in Party of Five, and when that came out, she was like late teens, early 20s, I think.
Yeah. So she's 41 right now. So
Yeah,
this was
it
20
20
years
years
ago.
old,
Okay,
so
so she was
21.
21.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's not as bad as I thought.
Well, how
That
old
was
was
like,
she in Not Another Teen Movie?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what came out first.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's like the I forgot to mention it in the Love Actually episode, but I noticed it after it published that another fun fact I meant to say was that like the age gap between Keira Knightley and the little kid who plays the drums,
Yeah.
5 years.
No. That's impossible.
Because he's like 12 and Keira Knightley's like 17 in that movie.
Was she?
Yeah, there's just a 5-year age gap between the two.
That's wild.
Yep.
I can't wrap
Wow.
my head around that.
That was one
Yeah.
of the bigger like, oh shit.
I think
that's-
because he also looks like he's 8
I
years
think
old.
he's
like
a small kid.
Yeah, he
He's a
looks
small
way
dude
younger than he
anyways.
actually
But,
is.
like, how old was her husband? She would tell Ejiofor. Like, was he like?
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably like 30, 40.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah, I
yeah.
don't know.
The way they cast people in their ages is wild.
that's true.
Yep.
I know, right?
And it said, so Lindsay Lohan originally auditioned to play Regina, and then Rachel McAdams was supposed to play Katie. Yeah.
Wow.
But they thought because she was older and just like the dynamic,
Mm.
they switched them around. So I thought that was interesting because I could see Lindsay Lohan playing like the
Mhm.
original Mean Girl, but I don't know.
Yeah, I could
Right.
see that going like either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that happens a lot too. People go in for like they go in to play one role, they end up playing the other. Like,
Mhm.
again, deep cut, but not so much of a Laura thing, but like Tom Hiddleston went in to play Thor, and
Yeah.
he ended up being cast as Loki, the bad guy, his brother. Like, there's like that happens, and it happens a lot too. People go in and they're like, I see something in you, but not this part. You
Not
know?
the thing you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. You're the bad guy.
So
You
Mean
seem kind of
Girls-
like a weasel.
Mean Girls did really good its opening weekend. It grossed $24.4 million, ranking it
Wow,
number
okay.
one in the box office.
Yep. I remember that.
And then it
Ugh.
ended up grossing 129 million worldwide. And I mean, obviously, like we were talking about all the different sayings and memes and things that are still in pop culture today. It obviously had a huge impact. It didn't win. The only awards that it won were Lindsay Lohan won 3 Teen Choice Awards and then 2 MTV Movie Awards. So, I mean, I guess there's still awards, but not like the other types of movies we've been watching where
Yeah.
they're winning like, Oscars and things like that.
By the way, you had mentioned it was like 124, 130-ish million
Mhm.
worldwide. Its budget was like 18 million. So that's a very good return for that movie. That's a successful movie for such a small budget to have such a high return on it, which is awesome.
Then there was the sequel, Mean Girls 2, which I did not
Mhm.
realize was a made-for-TV movie.
Hmm.
Okay, I didn't know
Yes.
that existed.
Said it was on ABC Family
Of
in
course.
2011.
Mm.
So I knew there was a Mean Girls 2, but I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was a TV movie.
I just assumed it was straight to video or straight to DVD. I didn't realize it was like a
Yeah.
TV movie. Wow.
I've never seen it. Don't
Yeah.
know anything about it, but
Ditto.
and then it was turned into a Broadway musical, which we kind of talked about, and that was in 2018, and that earned 12 Tony nominations.
Jeez.
I've never seen it, and I really
Yeah.
would like to.
Is it still out on Broadway?
Probably
is
not
it
on Broadway,
closed?
but I
Okay.
mean, it will do.
It travels. Yeah,
other
yeah. Tours. Yeah.
So that I would like to see that.
Nice.
There was some other kind of rankings that it had. 2006, Entertainment Weekly named it the 12th best high school film of all time.
Sweet.
I don't know what that means. And then in 2012, Rotten Tomatoes included it in the 50 greatest teen comedies list.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fair.
And then some of Brian's guesses were pretty spot on without even knowing it. So you knew a lot about the Sure.
Drew's got a cool fancy thing now where if he makes a hand gesture, his whole screen like does cool stuff. He gives us hearts, he gives us explosions.
I just got a firework. So yeah, you knew a lot of the phrases. Like, you knew that there was going to be something of Mean Girls Day in October. October 13th was so close. October 3rd, and that's when
Hands off.
Aaron Samuels asks her what day it is. You knew that on Wednesdays they wear pink. You knew that fetch was going to be tried to make happen, and it's not.
It's not gonna happen.
We're never gonna have. But it's kind of ironic that now it is
Yeah.
catchphrase. You did think that it was in like current day 2004, which it was. The girls' group name, not the Mean Girls, not the bitches. I mean, they do call them Mean Girls, but it's the Plastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were right that they had a convertible that they were getting in, and you were so close of saying, "Get in, we're going." You said party.
Get in, losers.
Get in, losers. We're going shopping.
Yeah.
You were spot on with the cafeteria having like the jocks, the geeks, but you said very specific geeks, which I think was true. There was like very different
Asian nerds.
Yeah. Why does Katie like math? I think this one was kind of right that, she was detail oriented, always had a solid, clear cut answer. It's that it's the same in every language, but kind of the same feeling.
I will say she had no problem figuring people out. She got real good at it. And I think that was like, I don't know, Lindsay Lohan in that role, she did such a good job as an actress of like slowly becoming this other like character throughout the first part of the movie, and then kind of switching back to like, I don't know, but not like an unsure version of herself. Like she kind of knew what she was doing by the end scene and kind of like became the person that she was going to be. But like, I don't know, becoming a part of the Plastics and then that into the other thing was just like a cool feat of acting to watch her slowly transform into that.
And you could really tell when she's like still trying to become one of the Plastics and she's doing something wrong and she knows that it's wrong. Her facial expressions are so spot on that you can tell exactly what she's thinking of. Oh, I really shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going
versus
to do it
when
anyways.
It clicks and she's like good at it.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, I can get anyone to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I still think the math team should be called the Calculators, but it was the Mathletes.
Yeah, I just thought that was like, that's what they are. That's not really a team name. That's boring.
Yeah.
They should come up with a cooler name.
What did you think of Kevin G's rap at the...
Oh, incredible.
I don't think I've ever actually paid attention to what he was saying, and it was really funny.
Yeah, it was really good.
Kevin G. Amazing.
Yeah. It was incredible.
He's like, I won't be like Shaggy and you'll know it was me or something. Like, I'm like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Great.
So good.
Gretchen's hair is so big because it's full of secrets, not bees or foam. But it's full of secrets.
Full of secrets.
Her father invented toaster strudel, but you were a toaster hot dog. When you said toaster, Brian, I was like, how?
Yeah.
But toaster hot dog, not quite. What else? Oh, not a regular mom, a cool mom. Kind of have got that right. And then Bird Book, you were thinking was a scrapbook about people, which it definitely is. And you are also spot on about the Caltine bars of fattening people up.
Yeah.
You got to put on the weight before it makes you skinny.
Nice job, Brian.
Yeah. That was it. And one other thing that I saw talking about how a lot of the quotes still happen like present day or like since the movies come out. There was one saying that in 2013, the White House tweeted a photo of President Obama's dog Bo holding a tennis ball, captioning, "Bo, stop trying to make fetch happen."
That's pretty good.
And then
God,
there was one
that's good.
in 2019. Hillary Clinton tweeted a gif of the quote saying, "Why are you so obsessed to me?" in response to Donald Trump.
Mhm.
That's also pretty good.
Ah,
So great. Yeah,
very cool.
that
All
was
right.
Mean Girls. Any other final thoughts before we take out the doof meter?
No, it was really good. We kind of did favorite scenes at the beginning, but yeah, it was I really liked it. I kind of knew that I was gonna like it. I've been told by a lot of people to
Yeah.
watch this movie, so I wasn't expecting it to be bad. I was like looking at the date that it came out, and I was like, I don't know. 2004 is in like that not
Mhm.
great time period, and I was a little nervous that maybe some of the jokes wouldn't age so well, and that maybe everyone who was telling me to watch this like watched it then and
Yeah.
don't really remember it, but it's actually like a good movie and has a good message. So
Yeah, there's definitely a few,
there's some dated
words
stuff
that
in
you
there,
wouldn't
but
want to
it's
use, but it's not awful. Yeah.
Right.
And the
And
people
it's-
that are saying them are supposed to be not nice people anyways, so it kind of would make sense that they would use terms like that. So,
yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
all
I
right.
think
Let's
because Brian, do we roll it out for Brian?
Yeah, let's get this doof meter
Oh, you
over
got
here.
you got something? Okay.
Ooh, a very ASMR soft doof
You
meter.
took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the same thing.
very, very sweet and cuddly doof
Yeah.
meter. Okay.
We could start doing like a sound bath for the doof meter.
Yeah.
The little like dong.
Yeah.
Nice.
Each pick a different
Alright.
sound.
Drew, do you want to explain the doof meter? You're better at it than
Yes,
I am.
I would be more than happy to talk about our patented doof
Hmm.
meter. It is our Reel Doofs rating system of movies. It's a 1 through 5 rating system in which 1 is, it's a movie. Like it exists and it's there. And then we go up to 5, which is, oh my God. How have I not seen this? I am truly a doof for not seeing this before. And stuff like that.
I like
So
this
dramatic.
New, yeah, I like this new drama Drew.
Thank you. Drama
Alright.
juice.
drama Drew.
Drama juice or drama
Yeah,
Drew?
yeah, drama juice.
Drama,
I thought he said
juice,
drama
Drew.
Druce.
Drama
It's like
juice,
juice
drama
and Druce together, you know.
Uh, anyways, Brian, what's your score?
Yeah, it's just me. I think that this is a 5 on the doof meter. for me.
Wow.
I think this is a great movie. I enjoyed myself watching it. Thought it was great. Like I said, I think I had some expectations that it was going to be maybe not hold up so well.
Yeah.
But it did just fine. It has a message that's like still relevant today.
Mm.
I think it like I mentioned this like at the beginning of the episode too. I think, and having now seen it, like kind of confirms my suspicions, but I think this is like one of the most modern, like quote unquote classics that we've seen. Like
Mm.
there's so many movies that like permeate, and we've seen like modern movies. We've seen like
Mhm. Sure.
Inside Llewyn Davis and Parasite and stuff like that. They're not yet permeating pop culture.
Yeah, no one's still talking about them. Yeah.
Yeah, in the same way that like Mean Girls is like so quoted. There's so many like gifs available. There were jokes that like I felt like I
Yes.
was guessing too much, and then there were other stuff that came up that I was like, oh shit, that's from this. Like
Yeah.
even the would you like your muffin buttered is there's a song that was on my like I have a yearly playlist that I create every year, and that was like one of the first things for my playlist last year was this song by for our listeners, you can look them up. They're called Wet Leg. They're very good. They have a song called Chaise Long, and it's one of the verses is like, would you like your muffin buttered? Would you like us to assign someone to butter your muffin? And
So
then
it's
that
like-
line came up
okay.
in the movie. I was like, oh, that's what that's from. Nice.
Wow.
So it did say that originally the movie may have been rated R.
Mm.
And that was one of the lines they changed to that, it was going to be like way more straightforward
Okay.
than that. And then there was a few other scenes that they changed so it wouldn't be rated R. But yeah.
There were a few things that I heard that were kind of questionable that I was like, oh, like it's a softer version of saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why they toned it down just slightly.
Yeah, I think it's got this huge cultural impact, which is obviously why I got so much stuff right without ever really having seen it. And then on top of that, for it to like age so well, considering it's 20 years old this year, and that it's made like a Broadway musical, and that this other thing. And then on top of that, just like it is definitely something I should have seen sooner. I enjoyed this, and yeah, I think it meets the criteria for me.
Woohoo. It's been a while.
I was gonna say, you heard it here first. Mean Girls is a 5 and Jaws was a 4.
Was
All
Jaws
right,
a 4?
everybody. Yeah.
I think Jaws was a 4.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all relative of when you watch.
No, Brian has great points though.
We should
honestly.
have like a list as we're scoring things of all of our scores so you could like compare. But no, I think
No,
that would
we
skew
shouldn't do
things
that.
even
Yeah.
more. That would
Yeah.
still skew things.
It's funny because that's that's something like the Motion Picture Association of America when they rate movies, and you can like not veto, but you can go back and argue why you think the rating that they gave it is wrong, and you can try to cut things, but you're not allowed to bring up other movies that they've rated differently as part of your argument. So I think we should stick by those rules also, and
I like that.
Yeah, and keep it fresh. And anyway, Brian, it's a 5 for you because of all those great reasons you gave.
Yes.
And I'm fucking with you anyway. All right. Let me wheel this doof meter away, and we'll keep up with the ASMR kind of thing here. Just see if we can.
Don't we normally give our scores anyways, even if we've seen it?
Yeah. Well, still gonna wheel it away.
Quick, as it's rolling away.
Yeah. What do
I
you
give
have?
it a 5.
You give it a 5, and I will give it a 4.
Blasphemy.
All right.
What is that, Drew?
It's just a little relaxing video of my pellet stove that I put on YouTube with some.
It doesn't sound relaxing over the microphone.
Oh.
I'm sure it is in person. Over the microphone, it sounds like tin, like hitting,
like a fireplace crackling.
No,
nice warm fireplace. It's okay. All right, cool. All right. That is away, and I guess it's been a while, but let's see if we can get a 6 degrees going on. I forgot to remind anybody or say anything.
I was gonna say, as always,
we were good
prepared.
1 week. Like we were really good on top of it 1 week. Like it was prepared and
it was great.
Yeah, we were like, we're gonna do that forever.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you I'm not mentally prepared for this, so I'm already anticipating a loss, but let's go. And Brian, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are we good? Do you want to go first, Laura?
Okay.
Mine is Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon.
Only because I just watched. Oh wait, nope, I can't say
Don't
it.
say it.
Might help you. Never mind.
Don't say it.
Reese Witherspoon to James McAvoy.
Reese Witherspoon to James McAvoy?
Yep.
Ah, shit. All right, let's start this thing up. Boom. All right. Reese to James. Oh, wait, to James McAvoy, huh? Okay. I don't know why I was thinking James Marsden. McAvoy. Okay. Reese to James McAvoy. All right. Nope. I didn't get there.
Nope.
Let's see. So I kind of only thought of Reese Witherspoon in like 2 movies. Unfortunately, I was struggling there for a hot minute. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of like some of her earlier stuff or not, but
We got like Fear, Walk the Line, Cruel
yeah,
Intentions, Legally Blonde.
I was thinking Walk the Line. I was thinking
American Psycho.
Sweet Home Alabama. I didn't even think about American Psycho. But with
Election,
Pleasantville. I was trying to go backtracking with McAvoy too, trying to think of a few things that maybe I could have put McAvoy in with. Like I was going X-Men with Michael Fassbender, um, and then for some reason I kept trying to try to go a Mark Ruffalo route with Just Like Heaven, with Reese
Oh,
Witherspoon
yeah.
and that. But no, I got stuck. So
Break the
McAvoy.
news, Brian.
So the one thing I was trying to think, I was had Jessica Chastain and Reese Witherspoon been in anything together? Because McAvoy's worked with her so many times. So I was trying to figure that out. But yeah, lay it on me, Bri.
So, you go Reese Witherspoon to Legally Blonde. You go Legally Blonde to Linda Cardinelli in the Scooby-Doo movie. You go Rowan Atkinson to Love Actually with Keira Knightley, who was an atonement with James McAvoy.
That's
That
a pretty
was-
long
It's long.
connection.
It's long. That's not it. They were in a movie called Penelope together in 2006.
Yeah, with Christina Ricci.
I mean, my chain was right. I was just a backwards way of getting there. I was just going through IMDb to see if I could eventually find. Just looking at movies
Christina
this is
Ricci.
getting closer to James McAvoy.
That's funny. Christina Ricci. I forgot that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks like a wild movie.
It
Yeah.
is. She's got pig nose.
Yep. That's what we were looking at when you were trying to guess. I'm like, what is this movie?
I never saw it, but I can remember distinctly. And she wears a scarf over, and it's beauty's on the inside, sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good try. Good try.
Yeah. I think, like I said, this dusted me off here. It's been a bit since, I was literally I'm sure there's another longer way because they were in a movie together, but I'm sure there's, like you said, a shorter connection. But because McAvoy's worked with so many people.
Both
He
of them
worked
are kind of hard to think. We were both thinking about it in the middle too. We were like, I can't think of anything that they're in.
I know.
Right? No, that's what happens though. It's you're like, what? Literally McAvoy's randomly in that movie that's coming out next week or in 2 weeks, The Book of Clarence.
I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, with Lakeith Stanfield, and Lakeith
Yeah.
Stanfield was in Knives Out. How
Mhm.
many people are in Knives Out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even as Daniel Craig must have worked with somebody also that's worked with Reese Witherspoon. So there's just a lot of, I'm has Daniel Craig worked with Reese Witherspoon? But I don't think he has. But still, yeah. Big list there. So yeah. I was a little bummed out I couldn't make those connections. I'm
Next time. Next
yeah,
time.
right. Lakeith Stanfield was in Get Out. Yeah, next time. Damn it. Yeah, I'll get there. All right. Anyway, I got to recharge. I got to look at that game I have of this
Yeah.
with the actors
Go-
and actually.
go practice.
Yeah, right. All right,
We'll
cool.
just send you some randomly. I'm like, here you go. Do this.
Yeah,
one.
right. Try it
Keep
in
you-
3 minutes.
keep you
yay.
fresh.
Yeah. Sweet.
And if you want
Anyway.
to try it in 3 minutes, head to reeldoofs.com, find all of our social media links. You can also follow us. That would be great. Then you'll find out exactly when a new episode drops. And we'll be dropping them this year. They're dropping. We've got
They are
plenty.
dropping.
Do folks know what the next one is? Do we want to give a little teaser of the next episode?
Yeah.
I think is it a teaser? Do we just tell them? I mean, by
Yeah,
the
just
time
tell
this
'em.
one comes out, yeah, we're gonna finish off our January set list here with kind of I think it's a pop culture phenomenon, and it's still 20 plus years going that people prove that they still were obsessed with it. We're gonna watch the first Jackass movie. Very different than what we normally watch. I'm very excited to hear what Brian's guesses are. I already have questions for him.
I think it's just going to be a nice group of mature adult boys who process their feelings and emotions together.
They,
Their
you're not
community
wrong.
group is called Jackass, but they're just some nice boys. That's all.
Nice
you're
boys.
not wrong, but it's definitely going to be a movie where we don't have to think.
It's good.
Because they'll do all the
Yeah.
thinking for us. They're just smart boys who do a lot
Exactly.
of thinking
Yeah,
and emoting.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I'm excited. No, that'll be a good one. That'll be fun.
It will. I think, yeah. So that's coming up shortly after this drops. You'll get a couple weeks later and you'll see, you'll hear us reacting and laughing and hopefully not gagging
Gagging,
to the Jackass movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that sounds fun, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you know when that episode drops. And until then, get in, losers. We're going shopping.
You go, Gun Coco.